I think one of the best advice that someone ever given to me is that one should always be able to talk about one's failures. I had never thought about that before. This was an advice that was given to me 10 years ago, and I've been using this advice every day since then. Not only by talking about my own failures, but every time I interview someone, that's one of the key questions I ask everyone. And I can tell you, 8 times out of 10, people are unable to talk about failures. I think it's very critical that we are able to talk about our failures. Why? Because if we are not able to talk about our failures, we are not learning from the mistake that we made, which led to that failure. And to be able to learn and grow, I think it's critical to be able to talk about failure. So one piece of advice that I would like to share with all your audience is to be able to talk about their failures, be it in their corporate life or their personal life. And I can tell you and I can assure you, you will not regret following this advice.
The routine has totally changed. Obviously, the first thing that happened because of COVID was that we're spending a lot more time working from home. The first almost 9 months, I totally worked from home, which was a totally new routine for me. For the 30 years that I've been working, I'd never done that. So it was a big change. But now I have started coming back to office at least 4 times a week. So things are coming back to normal. But life is not what it used to be. It's totally changed. Leadership is a very vast subject, but what I've concluded is that leadership is about enabling, motivating, and integrating a group of people to work towards a common goal or a common purpose. And to me, that really embodies what leadership is all about. And if one is able to do that, regardless of what level of leadership you're at, I think you will be a very, very successful leader. Challenges is something that we face on a daily basis. I think I can't think of a single day when I come to work and there's not a new challenge facing us, and that's what keeps us going. I think the real way to handle challenges is to be a very patient individual and have perseverance really high up in your agenda in terms of how you manage things, because one should never give up. The problem is when people are faced with challenges, they become very complacent and they say, okay, fine, what do I do now, where do I go? But my view is slightly different. Challenges is a part of life. One should persevere in terms of trying to overcome those challenges and never ever give up. Arçelik actually acquired Dolans back in 2016, and this was a very big investment for them as they were stepping out of Turkey and getting into new territories. The reason they came to Pakistan and acquired Dolans was twofold. One, because of the very promising future that Pakistan holds, particularly for our industry. We have a very young population, it's a growing population, a growing middle class, and the products that we make and sell are not anymore a luxury. Most of them are necessities in most households. So they felt that this was a good time to come into Pakistan, and rather than coming in with their own brand, I think it made sense for them to acquire Dolans because we were up for sale. They were looking to enter Pakistan, so I think the timing was perfect. And I think this marriage of these two huge brands has really helped us in many ways. Because of a very long-term vision that they have and a long-term view that they've taken on Pakistan, in the first 4 years of acquisition, whatever we've earned in Pakistan, we've reinvested in Dolans, in building capacity, in building capability, in introducing new products, in upgrading our existing product portfolios. And as a result, I think we are now the success that we had in the first 40 years of our journey has really been further amplified by this acquisition in terms of whatever we've invested. And I think going forward, we are now going to be bringing out many new verticals, new product categories, and we will inshallah be surprising our consumers with a lot of new products, and we will build on our promise of reliability and be very close to our consumers' heart in bringing new products to them. What people tell me and what I've heard from people about me is that I'm a dependable, caring, and a hard-working person. Reliability for us is our mainstay in this industry. And what it means to me and to this organization is that we have to fulfill our customers' expectations every single day. And the way we've been able to do this is because we've kept the customer at the heart of everything that we do. And it's because of this and our customer-centric approach that we've been able to deliver reliability from the day one. And we are continuing to do that. And in this industry, nobody can claim reliability the way we do. Dollars for Humanity actually started last year as an initiative for supporting the healthcare sector at the start of the pandemic, where we started donating our own appliances to the hospitals which were supporting the COVID issue. Plus our principal shareholder and our parent company in Turkey, they had developed their own ventilators which we brought into Pakistan, and we donated them across Pakistan to a number of hospitals. So that's actually how this whole initiative started. But now we've amplified that, and we're now moving into on the sustainability side, because we as an organization believe that climate change is here, and we've been talking about climate change for the last many years or more than a decade now. But we feel that it is here now, and we all of us together have to play a role in reversing the impact of all that has been done to bring about this climate change. Pakistan, although has not been a huge polluter in terms of making this happen, but unfortunately because of our location, we are facing the brunt of the issue in terms of weather changes, floods, loss of water resources. So a number of things are going wrong because of this climate crisis, and we are now committed to playing our role. We have set targets for ourselves to reduce our greenhouse gases by 30% by 2030, and we are going to continue to focus on bringing products which are energy efficient, which are not as heavy on climate as our competitors are doing, and you will see this as being at the heart of our strategy now. Sustainability for us is really the core of our business strategy. Yes, we are. I mean, it's not going to be our key sales channel in the foreseeable future, but we are playing our role in terms of developing products for the world, and wherever we get an opportunity, we are going to export. Yes, we did. We are the first brand to have exported products to Europe, and we are going to continue to look at other products. Inshallah, this year we are working on another product which you will find out later in the year, which will go to Europe from Dollars. But in addition to Europe, in the Middle East and in a number of other countries where we are already exporting, we are focusing on trying to increase our exports to support the initiative of the current government on the Make in Pakistan, and to enhance exports from Pakistan.